it's week 37, I think. And I'm back on my sofa that look a little bit like a mess. But you know what? I'm stronger than a spider, so I'm back here. That's something. It's a mess because I've been moving stuff to find my 2 missing shoes, and guess what? I still haven't found them. I don't understand! Where the fuck are they? Like, I feel like I've upturned my whole apartment and my car and I still can't find them. What the fuck? Anyway, it's been a long week. A long week in a lot of different ways. I didn't do much of what I had planned, but I did a lot of things that in the long run make me feel better and productive in a certain way, and it's something. What I started my week with was 2 days of struggling to have my grey hair. And yes, I mean struggling, I mean I spent my whole 2 days on it, and I had to buy some more dye, and it's been a lot of energy and frustration. But I have grey hair now, and I think they look pretty neat. And especially paired with the black, I look like a witch, which is pretty great. And took a picture. What did I took a picture with? Of my eggplant tart and posted it on Instagram. And I like it. It's pretty cute. And a little saucy, but not like the actual smut cookies that I made in February. Anyway, after that I still took the time to refelt broken dreams. I finally did it. I threw them in the washing machine. I screwed up my washing machine again, and I think it's gonna go back to a circle of like 20 cycles that will not end on their own, because you cannot end all of the little fragments of wool that went into the draining. I will have to make peace with that. I did place them in a pillowcase, but the pillowcase burst open and all of the threads went out. The good thing is that it's really densely felted, and it feels strong. I mean, it's gonna work out well now. And the crochet part is still there. So positive. It does not weigh me, but I think that's more about the weight than anything, because they're pretty heavy. They're very long and very thick, so they're pretty heavy. Anyway, I still did it. And I went to get a package that day, and I went to fucking nowhere war, and to get two suitcases. It's the only one in the whole website that did answer my call, and it was not in my town, it was another town, and it was not written on the website, it was in another town. And it took me forever to find the place, and I got lost, and I was so frustrated. But I got the suitcases. They're not as pretty as I wanted, but they're the only two that I can actually find. So it's not grandiose, but it was there. And then I don't remember if the bruises I did, when was that? Yeah, I did that. I don't know if you remember, last Tuesday I fell on pellets and the bruises are still there, and they're not healing very well. I think they need a lot of time, and I don't want to film while they're here because I think they look pretty ridiculous, and I don't think that's just great on camera. So I'm not gonna film the nightmare video was in that state. Anyway, I spent a lot of time working on my bedroom again. So that's what my room looked like when I started. It was a mess, and I didn't like it, and it just felt like it was temporary, and I left there. That's where the pallets were, and it felt temporary, and I lived for 21 years in temporary homes in places that were never finished, and that drove me crazy. So what I did Sunday was transfer everything that was in the blue mail, I don't know the word for it, into the suitcases, and my comforters in the blue thing, and so now everything is more neat. So here is my room right now, and as you can see, I put everything that wasn't tidy into suitcases. I still have some junk corner there, but still way better. And I have the pole for the dress form there. And overall, it's not perfect. Like, I still want to replace this. The wardrobe, repaint that. Repaint the whole fucking room, and a lot of other things, including the bed, but it's still way better. And it's still not perfect, but it's getting there, and it feels a lot more intentional, and I love it. I love it more. It's not finished, and I still have work to do. After that, that's been a little complicated. The next day I went to the pharmacy, and that's about it of my day. I think I was tired, and if I recall correctly, it was a really weird day for me. I think I was in pain, but I couldn't even say anymore because I've been ignoring my pain for so fucking long that it's just became so mundane and so all the time that I don't even realize when I am in pain I should take painkillers, you know. It's just another day, I'm just existing again, and whatever is happening doesn't really hit, and it disturbed me really big. And I wrote a poem about it. I was like, what the fuck is happening to me that I don't even realize I'm in pain because I've been ignoring it and feeling it so much that it's just become mundane. And it sucks. It shouldn't feel mundane to be in so much pain that you cannot function. Anyway, it was a bad day. Anyway. The next day, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Tuesday I had a lot of things to do. So first I wanted to go to the library that usually is open between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m. Sadly enough, when I went there with all of my luggage of books, I went there and it was closed because it's summer and they passed on summer hours and it's the morning, and I'm not a morning person. So it's been complicated. So I went all the way there and came back with all my books. It was really frustrating. And then I went to pick a package, and I did some laundry. I glued some stuff that needed repair and that I've been procrastinating on for so long, including my cane that needs a blob of that glue. And I had a lot of strawberries, so I made 2 mini pies with them, and they're really pretty and they're really good. I don't think I'm gonna use that recipe again because for French people it's more like strawberry tarts with like a pie crust, some custard and some unbaked fruit on it. And it's way better than whatever the shit you're doing with baking them. So I'm gonna stick with the classic one. It's better. I did that. I commented on Fix. I dyed some fabric, so the sheets I dyed black to make the bat top. So now I have black fabric to make the top with. I haven't done it yet, but it's on its way now. And because I was a little restless and I had nothing to do, I worked on the embroidery. So doing better on it. I think I'm ready to actually do it. I've done enough tests. I think I can actually start it. So positive. Then the next day, I did the dishes, which always take a lot of time. I went to pick a package, and then I started one of those projects that was not necessary and not time sensitive at all, and still took a lot of time and energy. In the case, I Konmari'd my books. So I have this huge pile of books to sell, and so I had to first clean everything up, make decisions on what to sell and what to keep, take pictures of everything, list them all over everything on the website with the descriptions and the right numbers, because they want the ISBN number every time, and decide price and then deal with the people that actually buy them. It's a pain in the ass, it's a lot of work, but hopefully I'm gonna get a little money out of it. That would be nice, and just declutter all of those would be nice. Two problems out of it. First, as they are not sold yet, they take a lot of room, and they freed a lot of room in my cases, and I do not know what to do with them, and it stresses me up because those stuff were not supposed to be empty ever, and now they're empty, and I have no idea how to process this and what to do with those. I feel like I should do something like pretty and decorative, but I'm just cases to store decorative stuff with no other purpose. Just irks me up and makes me feel weird, and I don't want to do it. That's a kind of a problem. So I guess this Konmari thing did produce more problems than it resolved, but hopefully I'm gonna get a little money out of it, which would help. So I actually spent a lot of time yesterday doing it. I wanted to paint roses, I did not. And today I wanted to go to antique shops and lay down some package from what I sold yesterday, and go to the library and write and paint roses, because I really need to paint roses. And I did none of that. I went to the library at noon, so I was sure that, you know, it was not closed. And guess what? I now need a pass, a sanitary pass. So it's either a proof that you're vaccinated or a proof that you have a negative COVID test for the last 48 hours to go into the library now. And that sucks, because I'm not vaccinated and I don't know if I can handle the consequences of being vaccinated, so I am fucking chicken out of it, and I don't think I'm gonna do it because I'm very, very scared, and my diseases are most likely autoimmune, and just very scared of doing that, knowing that I'm gonna suffer a lot, when I could just try to avoid getting COVID altogether. I have better chances, you know. So I don't want to get vaccinated, and I know it's not easy to explain, but that means that I can go to the movie, I can go to the library, and I think that more and more places will be just close to me just because I do not get the vaccine, and I refuse, straight up refuse, to get the test regularly, because the fucking cotton tip on my nose hurt like hell, traumatized me, and it didn't even work because my instinct refused to let something enter so deep into my nose. So that did not work out. I'm not doing it again. So yeah, it sucks. Thankfully, the librarians were very, very nice about it, and they felt very sorry about it. And I was like, "It's okay. I'm not mad at you. It's okay. I don't mind." And they were like, "Yeah, but maybe we could pick them for you, and we get just like they are ready to go against the fucking national rules to get me my silly books." Which is very, very nice of them, and I don't want to put them in that situation, so I'm not gonna go soon, or maybe not in the next few months, and maybe if it lasts like 2 years, I'm gonna go back. But I don't want to make them go into that positions like every month. It's okay. I can handle not going to the library. It sucks a little, but proof is I have a lot of books here. I don't need it. It just feels very unfair, but I'm gonna survive it. It's okay. Anyway, that's what I did today, and I did not do anything else because I was tired, so I read. And I have to face the fact that I do not yet have a plan for September. I had a vague idea of making either Cats or Corpse Bride. My idea was to make Corpse Bride for September and then The Nightmare Before Christmas for October. But I have yet since decided to make Monster Fucking 2.0 for October, and so I'm not gonna do Nightmare Before Christmas, and either way I don't want to do another movie themed month because those take forever and they're a lot of work. I'd rather do something a little more simple and more artistic and more creative than just copy art from the movies. So I love both those movies, of course, but not the option right now. So my other option is I really need to start making roses, painting roses. I found some tutorials that I want to follow, but they're in watercolor, and what I'm gonna paint the sofa, it's not gonna be in watercolor, so maybe I should just try to practice in watercolor and see if I can apply it to acrylic paint, but first I really need to practice. And so my idea was, I'm supposed to have gray because that's the color I chose for the month, and you know what goes well with gray? Pink! So I think I'm gonna go with gray and pink roses. Because I need to practice. And you know what? Maybe it's gonna work. There's only one way to know, so maybe September will just be gray and roses. Gray and pink roses. And I think I can make it very romantic and old and pretty. I think I can nail it, but it's gonna be complicated and interesting in a way that, yeah, it's still complicated. There's my cat there, and the other one is there. Anyway, that was for this week. Things that I didn't do. I didn't do the antique shop. I am planning on doing it tomorrow because I have 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 packages to carry, and one of them is in the city center, so I want to carry it to the city center and then do all of the intake shot there. So I'm planning to doing that tomorrow. The teas, I didn't touch a single drop of tea, it's just hot, I don't want to do it. I didn't do the jack set. I did touch a little the embroidery, but in the end I have no result to show for it. I didn't write at all. At all. It's really bad. I didn't paint in the end. I'm going to do that tomorrow, hopefully. I did the suitcases, but I don't think I'm gonna go very far. I need to post a lot of other things on Vinted, so I think I'm gonna already handle the whole book situation, and then I'm gonna process the next wave of items to sell, and then I'm gonna think about more suitcases. Truth is, for now, everything I have fit in the suitcases I have now, so even if I want more, it's not super urgent, so it's okay. I'd rather they answer me so I can go buy the fucking suitcases, but they don't answer. I did not edit video. I did dye the fabric. I did refelt Broken Dreams. I did not sew at all. I did comment, I did the dishes, and I did the whole Vinted books thing. So overall, was not bad. It's just nothing that are useful. But I did a lot of things, but they're not time sensitive in any way and not productive in a long way, in any way, which is pretty frustrating. So next week, do the antique shop, paint. I really need to paint and get a grip and move on those projects. Right, fuck right, we already halfway past August and December is looming closer and closer, and I'm fucking scared. Edit a video would be nice. It would be nice to have at least one video edited per month. I need to sew because it's already half August, and I had some autumn stuff that I wanted to have done before autumn. So it would be nice. It would be cool to do the dress form soon, because once I have the dress form done, I can do a lot of other things. I can draft stuff there, and I'll struggle way less than just trying to wing it and try every now and then. It would really be great to do the dress form, but it's a little bigger project and it's pretty overwhelming. It's fine. Can do it, but it's a little scary. Do the jack set. It's starting to be time sensitive to do the jack set because, again, autumn is right around the corner and I need to do it. Some teas because I'm a little short on my tea supply and it's becoming a little weird, and I should work on that. And embroider. And if I do every bit of that, I'm gonna be happy. But like, I only have 2 weeks left in August and it's so fucking mess. So on my month, I didn't do September, I didn't write, I didn't sew. I did work on the palettes, which I'm pretty great about. I'm not gonna continue undo them because I do not have the place, the room to store them once they're pulled apart. So for now, they're gonna stay outside a hole like they are. Edition video I didn't. Comments I did. Under 350 figs, that's unlikely. My love for reading fiction right now is fucking low because I've been having a little bit of a dry spell and it's been a little frustrating. I couldn't find something that I wanted. I didn't paint. I didn't do the object set. I did without PDE. I didn't find an acupuncturist, yet acupuncturist. And I didn't do tea. And fucking no! I can do it, I suppose. Truth is, a lot of my days this week have been just plain pain all the time. And it's really hard to focus and do anything when you're in pain. And it somehow never felt to me like I just reached the level enough to take a painkiller and just get better, because it never really removed the pain completely when I take even morphine. I took morphine today and I was still in pain, just less, so I can focus more. But all of the week it was hard to decide where the limit was, when above it I should take a painkiller and under it I can deal without. It was hard to decide that limit, and I think I just ignored the limit and just didn't take the painkillers when I should have, which made everything harder. I think I kind of fucked up, but it's hard to decide what exactly I fucked up and in which way. All of that was pretty heavy on my mind, and yesterday I had a really bad night for reasons that I will not tell online like that, but it was pretty bad, and my mind was very weighted and everything was a lot. So my mind just wouldn't focus on most things. That's why I did some stuff that were just procrastinating, because I needed the space. And yeah. It's been complicated. Life is complicated, and it's been a complicated week. So yeah, I did pretty good. It's just not the right things, but I did good. Like right now my living room is a bit of a mess, and if I don't sell all of that very soon, I'm gonna have to put there in a correct place, so I'm just gonna give them a month. If they're not sold in a month, they go to the thrift store directly. So yeah, hopefully they're gonna be sold. Anyway, that was my week. Hopefully next week will be better. I say that every week, and it's never better. And still I have hope.